Here we are, clan the isms, cataclysm great. Our people out here struggling, trying to make it in this state. Everybody out here doing it, but we the ones who late. Now family, we the ones who gotta delegate. Get that money in the power, never be fake. Stick to cosign for 3. What did he say? Create jobs, support our own. Educate the same and buy back your home. Got 3 degrees, triple 10. 3 PhDs, now we on the CNN. DBTV, let's talk about negligence. Ignorance is bliss, but we can turn it to intelligence. Believe none of what you hear, half of what you see. Let's break it down here on Dr. Boyce TV. Here we are.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins from the Black Business School, and I'm taking 1 second to address something that I've heard repeated a lot online, and I want you guys to have an understanding of this because I'm solutions oriented. You know, I'm a mathematician by training and also a finance professor. My PhD's in finance. You guys know that. I say that just to give you perspective on where I'm coming from. You know, I come from a solution-oriented background. I'm not real good at complaining about a problem for too long. I'd rather solve it. So I've spent all my time, I've dedicated my entire academic career to solving one important problem, and that's the problem of the wealth gap in America. Why is it that Black people have less wealth than white people? Why is it that Black people continue to bleed wealth relative to everybody else, right? How we got here, we understand that in terms of what has happened with the burning of Black Wall Street and theft and slavery and everything else. But then the bigger question is, what's the rate of wealth improvement in the Black community and other communities? And that becomes a deeper issue, right? So here's what I want to kind of break down for you real quick. A good friend of mine, Tiara KJ Williams, aka Miss Black Hollywood, she's a very smart Black woman. I love her very much. She's an awesome person. She made a statement about this article that's been out, and it's been out for a while. And it was a statement that said that the average Black family would take 228 years to catch up with the average white family when it comes to wealth. And so I don't know the specific assumptions under which this was designed, but I do agree in premise with what they're saying. But I want you to also really understand that this is a contextual statement in the sense that there are variables and parameters that can be manipulated in that particular argument to try to really understand what's going on and how to solve the problem. So I'll give you an example. If I'm in a car and you are 100 miles ahead of me, then I can say, okay, if I go 50 miles an hour, it's going to take me 2 hours to catch up with you. But we're making the assumption that one, you're not moving faster than me, because if you're driving 80 miles an hour and I'm going 50 miles an hour, I'm never going to catch up with you. That's the first piece. Second piece is we're making the assumption that I'm going in the right direction. I might be going backward. If I'm going backward, then I'm never going to catch you if I'm going backward, even if you're sitting still, even if you move backward, whatever, right? So I think when it comes to this wealth gap, we got to understand, not only is 228 years a long time, but it's actually inaccurate in the sense that some people will never catch up. You know, the assumption when you're catching up with something or someone is that you're going faster than them, or at least that you're moving forward. Well, the problem that you have in the Black community is that debt levels, student loan debt is killing Black wealth. That's the first thing, right? Because we're sort of going to these white-owned institutions to learn how to go get jobs working for white people, and the jobs are not available. They don't pay very much money, and also you miss the opportunities to create real wealth by owning businesses and things like that. So it's really kind of a trap. It's really honestly a trick, maybe from the Industrial Revolution, that, you know, to get more workers. I don't know what it is, but it's a problem. So you have these debt problems. You know, you have a lot of financial drainage in terms of, you know, businesses that are not owned by Black people that are sucking money out of the Black community. You have a lot of issues, and we don't even talk about delayed instant gratification and excessive consumerism, which actually affects the entire country. It's not just Black people. A lot of white people are deep in debt. A lot of white people are living paycheck to paycheck. A lot of white people are in the red. Now, here's the deal. Here's what I want you to kind of process when you think about this. I know a woman, I know someone who was so poor when she was a little girl that her mother couldn't even afford a refrigerator. That's how dirt poor she was. And I tell the story because I hear a lot of people that say, if you're born poor, then you can't change that. If somebody's born rich and you're born poor, there's no way for you to catch up with them. Well, there are millions of Black people who were born poor who actually have a higher net worth than the average white person, right? Millions of people. And if every single one of us did exactly what they do, then chances are we'd be in pretty good shape. So let me tell you about this person. She, when she was a little girl, they didn't have enough money to even buy a refrigerator, but her mother basically was big on education. So she studied hard every day after school, didn't get into nonsense, wasn't, the culture was not one based on materialism. It wasn't an entrepreneurial culture. They weren't teaching how to start businesses or anything like that, but it was sort of like, she wasn't really into buying Gucci and Jordans and all that stuff. So she goes to college, she gets a degree, and it's not a degree in business, not a degree in finance, never took a finance class in her life. But when it's time for her to get her first job, two things. One, she only got the amount of student loan debt that she needed. So her student loans were not out of control like a lot of our young people. The average black college graduate actually has, I think that they said the average black woman has more, that graduates from college has more debt 10 years after she graduated than she did when she graduated. Student loan debt is the absolute wealth killer. So you got to be real careful about that. So she minimized her student loan debt, but then also when she got her first job, her father told her, he said, max out your 401k. And so she didn't really know about investing. So she just maxed it out. Whatever the max was that she could put in it, that's what she did. And she just went without. It wasn't like, I'm not going to max it out so I can have instant gratification and go buy nice stuff. She knew that financial security was important. The second thing she did that was really important was she bought a home. This is another key to wealth. She basically bought a home as soon as she could. She wasn't rich, but she saved up her money and got a house as soon as possible. That was critical because a lot of people that rent for many, many years actually turn their landlords into millionaires. So think about this. When people tell you that you can't make yourself a millionaire, well, if you can't make yourself a millionaire, how can you make your landlord a millionaire, right? How does your landlord know that you're going to make them a millionaire? If you can't pay your own mortgage, what makes you think you can pay your landlord's mortgage? But that's what happens, right? That's why the B1 philosophy, black first, that we talk about a lot here, is very important because you take good care of other people. You got to take care of you too. So those two critical moves she made, maxing the 401k, or actually three moves actually, maxing out the 401k, avoiding massive student loan debt, and also buying a home as soon as possible, increased her wealth because she got massive capital gains from the growth in the value of her house. She wasn't giving her money away to the landlord. All her money a chunk of it was going toward her own wealth, toward her mortgage. She also got a massive appreciation from stock market participation. Rich people are far more likely than anybody else to invest in the stock market. That's one of the reasons why their wealth keeps accelerating. And she avoided a lot of what you might call silly debt or bad debt, tons like credit card debt, student loan debt, stuff like that. Think about this. She didn't go start a business. She didn't go start a business and get rich. She didn't get to the NBA. She didn't get a record deal. She didn't go chase those waterfalls. She got a regular job like a regular person and just did regular things, but basic things that actually got her close to millionaire status, maybe by the age of 40, 42, 43 years old. And she has more wealth than the average white person. So I'm just here to basically explain to you. I don't care what anybody says. Anybody who's telling you that it's not possible for you to build wealth is lying to you. I don't know why people push that narrative. It's not healthy for your mental health. It's not going to help you be successful. And I just want to see you win. So that's my 2 cents. If you haven't checked out the Black Business School, go to theblackbusinessschool.com right now, and you can talk to the specialists. They can help you find a program that might help you. We educate everybody. We like to educate the children too, because we want your children to grow up with good habits, not the bad habits that many of us grew up with. Because if your child is prepared now and you do certain things now, your child has a very good shot at being a millionaire or at least financially secure. So that's what we want. That's what we do. That's why I did this video, and I hope that this helps you. So God bless you. Take care. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Here we are, clan the isms, cataclysm great. Our people out here struggling, trying to make it in this state. Everybody out here doing it, but we the ones who late. Now family, we the ones who gotta delegate. Get that money in the power, never be fake. Stick to cosign for 3. What did he say? Create jobs, support our own. Educate the same and buy back your home. Got 3 degrees, Triple 10, 3 PhDs, now we on the CNN. DBTV, let's talk about negligence. Ignorance is bliss, but we can turn it to intelligence. Believe none of what you hear, half of what you see. Let's break it down here on Dr. Boy's TV. Here we are.